not really sure.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn off my mic on Skype,
Alright, cool.
and then I'll just be talking to the people on Twitch.
Alright,
Good
cool.
luck.
Alright, thank you. I'll need it. It's 1Q.
Alright, so he can't hear me. Can you guys still hear me? Everyone on Twitch? Alright. I'm gonna turn the Skype volume off for a second, so give me one moment. And then I'll start talking about the game. Let me just oh, here you go. Let's turn this down. Alright, so we should be good now. Alright, so he's playing, this is a no Komi game, I believe. Yeah, this is a no Komi. So let's look at this from the beginning. Oh. Okay. So he elected to play this move, so maybe he's going to play the micro Chinese, which is pretty popular in professional games right now. The opponent played 2-4-4s. This is pretty standard. So usually when white doesn't want black to have this opening, because sometimes, I mean, I remember when I was around his level, I didn't like having to play against mini Chinese. I don't think people played micro Chinese back then, at least not when I was playing back then, at this level. So sometimes they'll just play here directly to kind of stifle that. And usually black will play a double approach here, something like this, and then white will maybe play here. This is kind of I mean, I think this is definitely a possible way of playing. Also, if any of you in the chat, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. But let's see. So he decided to just directly play the two-space high pincher. So this is a very complicated josuke, and like there's a lot of different variations, especially when white plays here. I'll talk about them in a moment. But basically here, I think it's still a little bit better for black to just play the double approach. Because one, white has to play here. Like, white's not going to tanuki right now. Otherwise, like, this is just way too painful. So white's probably going to just play here. Black will get this corner. And then even if white plays another move here, like, it's not that severe. Like, black will still get a lot of territory early on. I think this is definitely how I would play. If you play here first, it's okay, but it feels maybe like it feels like black can just make the exchanges on the left side first and kind of make a easy profit. So here, white play here. It's a very simple move. As I was saying before, if white plays here, this is kind of a common josuke, but not here. Like this. It's very complicated, so I won't go over most of it right now. So right now, white has two options. If he has the ladder, then he can play here, and this is again like a lot of complicated variations. But basically, there's a ladder here, so black plays something like this, cut, connect, and then there's like a ladder here. So you see how here there's a ladder. But since white has the ladder, then it's a little bit better for white, and white can capture the corner. But if this stone, let's say, if it were on like a 3-4, then it's very easy for black to play a very severe ladder breaker. And then, so when white comes out here like this, and black plays a ladder breaker, and white turns or something, or let's say black will just play it. Hold on, he'll just play it now. So then when white turns, like, this is really severe. Wait. No, black. No, wait, hold on. White had to turn here and then black plays here, yeah. Then this is really severe, and I think it's better for black because like this corner is like white has like no good way to continue this corner. Sure, he can kill this corner, but it's actually not that big. See, because black can still play here later, like if white takes. This is kind of a little bit complicated, but basically I think here, I think maybe the two space high pincer I would rather just play c6. It's a lot simpler. Yeah, so like if you play here now, then this is just it's as if like white had a 5-4 and black played the r4, which is perfectly fine. But I just like this because black can get a lot of territory early on. So what makes the later game a lot more flexible. This is fine. I think here, let's move here. He didn't really complete the Joseki in the bottom right corner. Usually you make this exchange and then pincher here. I think maybe this is better for white. Then he can be a little bit more active in attacking and splitting both of black's stones. Whereas in the game, it's very easy for black to just simply connect his stones up, kind of. And then here now, white's two stones are kind of floating. Like, if he plays here like now, his stones they don't feel like they're not making any territory. It's hard to attack black on this bottom side. I think this is definitely a little bit better for black. Oh, okay. So this move is like, okay. So this guy is 1Q, right? He's almost dawn level. When you play this kind of move, it's like you ask black to take the corner, and like, what has white gained here? White hasn't gained anything here. This is even worse than if you like just play like this, right? Then at least like the corner is not as big. Like white got the R3 stone, so black's corner is at least a little bit smaller. Plus, white he can at least make some sort of shape at the bottom. But if you play like this, when black comes down and takes the corner, first of all the corner is bigger. Second of all, black can make it even bigger by playing something out P2. And white doesn't have any good move here at the bottom. This is like completely a good exchange for black. So white play here, black block. So you see like right here already, black's corner is like at least like 4 points bigger. Okay, so this move, so when white plays this move, he's helping black strengthen his shape. Sure, black is a little bit over concentrated, but if you compare that to the fact that if white doesn't play here, let's just say he plays here instead, right? Then white has some possibility to play at like J3. There's like the bottom is a lot more open. But black's shape isn't really complete here, because this stone's on the 4th line, so white can still like have some aji here. But if white play here, then it makes it the shape is a lot stronger. Especially if white adds another move here, then like it's completely worse than if white had just played here. So someone asked in the chat, is blocking out R2 too small? So this move, it's not actually that small as it might look, because let's say black, of course I think right now maybe it's a little bit small, but let's say black just played Tanuki somewhere. If white plays here and let's say black responds here. So first of all here, the eye shape for black is a little bit more cramped. So then later if white plays a move around here, then let's say then if white also gets a move at S1, then black's a little bit uncomfortable. If black Tanukis again, then first of all white can make himself a base in the corner. Then it's impossible to attack white anymore. Then at the same time black becomes a little bit weaker, and then if white plays a move on the right side, then black maybe will get into some trouble. So it's kind of like, it's not actually a matter of points in this case, it's more of a matter of points, and it's also a matter of the strength of the shapes. So like here, if black blocks here, then it's very easy to still attack white. White doesn't have any defined eyes yet. But if white, so if black plays somewhere else and white plays here, and then black blocks. So first of all, this move becomes sente for white. If black doesn't block, then later, if white plays another move, then black might get into some trouble. So here, I think it's okay to block out R2. Also, it's just white shape is a lot weaker. Like, what is white? White doesn't have a good way to like fix his shape. So they play like this. They play pretty quickly. It's already on move 66. This is okay. So black Tanuki here is a good move because black doesn't need to spend another move here. If he spends another move here, he'll just be really over concentrated. Plus, white already spent a move to like defend the corner, so black has no reason to play another move here. Let's see. So black taking the corner here, I think is good. Black is definitely ahead right now. I'm gonna turn off the KJ stone sounds for a second from the live game. So, okay. So white play here, black play. This is fine. I think right now black's still definitely ahead because black has 3 corners already. And white, if you count white's territory, sure he has maybe 17 points here. He has maybe 6 points here, 23 points. He has maybe let's say 5 points here right now because you know, like white doesn't actually have that many points here right now. So let's say white has about 30 points. There's no Komi. Black already has 10, 20, 30, and then plus whatever he has here. Plus white's group is not very strong here. I think black is still definitely ahead. This move is pretty small. Like the thing is, like if white blocks here, first of all, now if black tanukis, so let's say black plays somewhere else, then this becomes a lot easier for white to play. If black doesn't make this exchange here, then it's not as easy to play here because black has a move like this. He can wait, no, hold on. If black doesn't play here, so if it's like this, then white cannot really expect to play this kind of move because like he's not gonna make any eyes. First, he can't make any eyes. Like at most, he can maybe kill some points, but like, he's not gonna make any eyes. And like you can't really imagine white playing like this either. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can probably just cut this shape directly. Let's just say you like play something like this. I don't know. Maybe play something like. Okay, maybe not play there. I mean, basically, like white's not gonna play here like right now. It's gonna be like really low, and there's not really much point right now. But the thing is, like when black blocks here, then it's a lot easier for white to play here later. So it's like, and it's an exchange that black doesn't need to make at all. All it does is strengthen white. Also, white has some also possibility maybe he can like maybe attach here or something. Even if he just plays here in the Hanes, but the shape is already a lot better. So white play here. This move is a bit of an overplay because if black just simply block down because white's not he's not solid on the right side, so black can simply just cut, and then first of all white's one stone is not going to go anywhere because black has like all these stones around here. So I don't know what white is trying to do, but we'll see what happens in the game. So black, I don't know why he covered here because when white falls, now white is like basically alive. It's like almost alive. And then also he reduced some of black's territory. Black definitely should have cut. There's nothing white can do. Like, oh, maybe he'll Hane, just play like this. Even if you just cover like this, okay. let's say white can play like this. White didn't really gain anything. Like, sure, he maybe broke some points here, but those points weren't really blocked anyways. So like white didn't really gain anything. All he did was make the black stronger in the center. Plus now if black plays k2 it's Sente, so that's another thing. But if you play like this, then it's very easy for white to just play here and link up, and he's like already alive. But white play here, so I guess I think how do I explain this? So if black disconnects, then of course white will profit a little bit. But okay, if black block here, then I still don't see how this is gonna work out for white. Okay, like maybe white can go here, right? And play like this. And then like black can just start attacking this white group here. You know, maybe play something like this. Even just play something like this. Like, what is white gonna do? I think white's like dying here. He's in big trouble. Let's see. So all of these moves, like white is trying to like get a little bit more benefit, but he's ignoring the fact that his group on the right side is really weak. So this kind of play is definitely overplay for white. Black can just simply cut the group off, and then white's in big trouble. But black play here is kind of like, it's kind of worse than just connecting, because now white can poke, and now black has some cutting points after this. So now, not only is black kind of thin now, because he has the cutting points, but also white's not only made a base for himself, but also reduced black. Also, he actually made a fair amount of points here too. Even if he disconnected, it's better, because at least now black's shape is solid in the center. My dinner is getting cold. This move is very aggressive. So white just did as I thought he should here. Black connect on this side. I don't know. He's playing really fast. He spent how many? I mean, white's playing even faster, but okay. He spent about 38 seconds thinking about this cut, but yeah, this is just a little bit hard for black to play. Maybe black should just extend here first. Then he can. Yeah, even just if he goes here and then white cuts. I think this cut doesn't really work too well for white. So maybe it's okay. Yeah, his shape is a little bit annoying for black, because whatever side black defends on, like white can still cut on either side. It's a little bit hard for white to defend. For black to defend. If black defends here, it might look like it looks like maybe you can catch him like this, but black's shape is just too thin. White can just break out like this. This and that. And then black is screwed. So I think the game right now all of a sudden is a little bit not so good for black, because he let white get away with his overplays here. Oh, but now it's actually not that bad again, because now black shape is pretty good here. Black shape it's over concentrated here, but it's solid. and white has a weak group here now, so it's actually pretty okay. I think if anything, white should just extend so he doesn't strengthen black. Like when he played this Atari here, he strengthened the left side, Hane here connect, he strengthened the right side. All at the same time, he didn't get anything in the center. Like I think he gave black some chances again. If white just extend, then I think it's more of a fight. Just extend again, something. Because white's already alive at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about too much. The black still has this kind of move. But I mean, so like let's say black, I don't know, like play, let's say it does this and something like this, then white will probably come back, defend. See. Hi Ash. Hi guys. Again, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask. If I'm going too fast, let me know. The game is going pretty fast though, so that's why I'm trying to hurry it up just a little bit. I think they're already on move 133. It's playing really fast. So this way, black is pretty happy because this Tiger's mouth shape is like perfect shape. Plus, it's attacking white stone. So now, you know, if white defends the center, then he blocks like this. It's very, very comfortable for black. So white play here is kind of a must. Even if black just plays here, sure, you know, white can play like this, and you're like, oh, you can get a good squeeze, right? But the thing is, like, white has no way to really take advantage of it, so it doesn't really do that much for white. But black play here is a good move too, because it's sente against the white group in the center. If white comes out, then you can just very easily just capture. White play here. So I'm guessing he wants to make black defend here, and then he'll defend in the center, and he thinks that black can't connect to something, but in fact it's still very easy for black to connect. Black just take the center. It's okay. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Now black is very thick in the center. So even if white comes down here, the thing is that black is already alive in this corner. So it doesn't matter if white comes down here. All he can do is, you know, if black tanukis, play somewhere else, at most he can maybe capture this stone. But as far as the corner is concerned, black is still fine. Because he can capture this one stone here. So white forced this first. Come down. Black Hane. Okay. So now black, not only did he capture center, he also defended his group. But now he also has Sente, which is very, very big at this stage of the game. So right now he should probably play. Right now, so maybe probably the left side is the biggest right now. That's good. That's good. It's a good move. White does this, but it doesn't do anything. He's just trying to get some stones on the outside, but in reality, it doesn't really do anything. Usually, you don't want to make these kind of moves until you have to, because you don't know what kind of Aji these stones might have later. If you start a fight at the top or something, maybe this will have some benefit later. But right now, if you make these exchanges, then you kind of force yourself to live with them, and then it kind of just becomes another heavy group. Like these two stones don't actually do anything. White invade, black play here. This is fine. Black jumps. So right now, if we count the territory, so black has, you know, about 10 points here. This is 20, 30, 40. Here we'll count it as maybe 46 points. White has maybe 5, 15, 20, 25, maybe 35. but the thing is, black is really thick in the center. So black is not only ahead on points, but he's also thick, which means that he has probably a better position right now. Also, uh, so if black plays a move around d14, he can cut off these 3 stones. Then he can also attack them, which means that uh, he has a better opportunity to like fight in this middle game. Black could even just like play from the outside if white connects up. He's not making any points, and then just kind of surround these 2 stones. That's definitely enough to win. Or just make it two. Like black has so many options to just wrap up the game right now. You can just even just play something like L17. It's probably enough. Alright, so this kind of move is Aji Keshi. It's kind of an important move for people who are probably Q level. They probably don't know, but this kind of move is basically you waste some potential. It's kind of similar to playing like these peeps here. When you play here, sure, you force black to respond. You gain 1 point, and you can force him to play like here, right? But the thing is, like, you waste the opportunity of, let's say you had a stone around here, then you can have like a better move like this, and you can come back and link up. It's kind of like a move to you kind of waste your possibilities for later in the game for this small move. So you don't want to play this kind of move where you force him to essentially fix his shape. So what I was hearing sounded like when a line is drawn in the sand, do not rush to be the first to cross that line. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean. You can explain that again. So here, the thing is, like, white still ended in Gote here. Black gains some points, and then also he has Sente. So if you play something like this, like, white's wall here is not doing anything. So like, what point was playing all these moves for? You gave black some points here, and you gave him Sente to effectively nullify your wall. And what are you doing? This move is not bad, but I think I would have played here still. If you play here, like, it's not bad, but then white can kind of reduce your center potential a little bit. If you play here and then white plays here, then it's still really low. Like, you can play, you know, moves like this. Let's say maybe white wedge here or something. Then, you know, your center has a lot more potential. But I mean, it's not a bad move. It's not a bad move. White play here. This move maybe is a little bit dubious. But white can push here and then play something like this, and white can make some points here. So a little bit better than black's. Black gain maybe 6 points here, but like white is gaining a lot more right now. But I'm friends with black. He is Patrick. I met him at Go Congress this year. Basically, like, I didn't talk to him that much, but I just kind of saw him. Like, he hung out with some of my friends, so I just kind of like met him. Yeah. This move is kind of small. I still will just play here just to nullify all of this. But this move is not bad because there's still a cut here. That's the problem. So if white plays here now, like, there's a lot of aji with this cut, cause right now it might not work because white can even just I mean, he can just connect like this, but there's a lot of aji here. So, you know, like, let's say black's through a move here, like, aji is big. I don't know if I'm going to Congress yet this year. It depends on if I get an internship and then like the dates. Like, it's a little bit up in the air so far. But when I find out, I'll probably let you guys know. This move is it's it's not as effective as like this move. Because this move is more directly, you can reduce the influence of white's Moyo. If you play here, it's kind of like, it doesn't really do anything. Like, you might as well just like, you're so thick here, you can probably even just go further and like play like a move a lot closer or something. Or just Hane. Just Hane and then like throw like play here. White has no points here. You can probably even just like play, I don't know, like play here or something. I don't know. Black has a lot of options right now. This move just feels a little bit empty. Like white just plays here. What do you gain? You don't actually gain that much. Alright, so this is kind of Black is really focused on capturing these two white stones right now. The thing is like, white wants to give them up right now because white played these forcing moves, but now at this point, like he just wants to give them up because they're not any use to white right now because they're against Black's thickness. So white doesn't care if he gives them up. Black should just Hane here, or maybe he can. Maybe he can like just ignore it completely, just like play like this. It's a little bit risky. I don't know if this cut works. I mean, even if he just Hanes here, it's better than just playing here immediately because white has to respond, right? He'll extend. Then now, even if black plays here now, then this exchange is already beneficial for black. Whereas in the game, black plays here, white's definitely going to go here. And now you see white's territory is larger, the RG is less, and he can threaten to connect up to these stones. And so these two stones are giving him a lot of benefit right now. I don't know why black played here. Because if he want to capture the stones, he has to play here. Of course, he doesn't want to capture the stones anyways. He'd rather just like Hane here or something. But like playing here, it's like there's no cutting point here for black. So like maybe he's scared of like this move, and then just extend. If white comes down, you can cut. And what's white gonna do? You can even just play like this. Even if you just play like this, like you can see that there's no cutting point here. So I'm not really sure why black played here. I think maybe he didn't read this carefully. And right now white's getting a lot of benefits. You can see that white got a lot of points in the center actually. He got maybe, this is more than 20 points. It's actually pretty big. Also, you can see that black's thickness, like he didn't get anything with it. The only thing he got out of this whole area here, he got the like 4 points here. He got maybe the like 6 points here. He got like 10 points. But then white gained like at least like 20 points here. So there's definitely some RG here. Let's say like white plays here or something. There's definitely some bad RG here. I don't think it's not easy for black to just cut this stone off, because if you do this, or does this, and then white can play here, and then this RG is not very comfortable. You have just like a tie, and like play like this even, or maybe not like that. Just like a tie here, it's probably fine. And then black's stones here are dead. When I play this one, it's a little bit tricky. I think he wants black to play here, then he can cover here first, and he had a good move here, and then oh no, he can't play there. He'll just poke like this, and then if black extend, then he can capture the stones. If he capture, then still you capture the stone. It's pretty big. So black should just he can just simply he can just put it here probably. So it's okay. Or maybe he can put it here. Yeah. Still a little bit tricky because there's a cross cut here. It's a little bit tricky. I don't know. If you put it here, I think it's safe. And you just put this. Definitely some RG in this area. Maybe black should maybe fix like this or something. Let's see. So he Hane, okay. Okay, if white just play like this, it's very safe. If white cross cut, it's a little bit trickier because there's if white play like this and black capture, then white can break into this top area. But if black play like this, then there's a ko. There's at least some sort of ko. Like white can even just maybe connect actually, and I think black is in big trouble. Oh, so the game ended, and white won by 1.5 points. It's a very close game. I think black definitely gave up a lot of points in the center here. Alright, so I'm gonna turn the Skype back on, and we'll hear about the game from him. Let me just turn the volume back up. Okay. Okay.
Oh man, that was lame.
You were winning for most of the game, and then you let the top get too big.
Well, I don't know.
Alright, let me take a bite of my rice.
That sucked.
Mm.
No, there was so basically like some minor endgame moves made the difference. Here, give you control. You do that. Let's see. How do I give you control?
You can right click on my name in the name box.
I see.
Alright, first. Alright.
I was winning throughout most of it.
You were. But you made some questionable moves at the end.
God damn it. See, that's what, half the games that I lose that are close are because of these endgame stuff.
Hold on. So here, are you familiar with this kind of opening?
Yeah. Well, usually hopefully he backs off, right? But usually I don't want to attach underneath because then that just hurts the F3 stone.
Did you think about playing here?
No, because my logic is like the P4 stone is the weakest stone, right? Because there's the R4 stone and then F3 is also closest to that. So that's the stone you should attack.
So
that was my logic.
The thing here is like, I mean, it's not like a bad move per se, but the thing is like, if you have two moves against here, it's gonna be a lot more painful. Like, if white's not gonna Tanuki now, right? If you go like this, it's too painful for white.
Yeah.
So white's going to respond one way or another.
Well, then you have to hopefully you have to get Sente out of that.
Alright, let me see if I can increase your volume a little bit. Do you know if you can increase your mic volume a little bit?
I can try speaking louder. Can you hear me now? No.
Let me see if someone in the chat can hear you. There's like a delay, so that's why.
Oh shit.
Let me take another bite. But basically, like here, if you play here, right? Oh, let me.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
and then I guess he gets to come back to R3, probably.
Yeah. So of course he'll play, you know, maybe like here, or he might play here. I turned up the volume on
Yeah,
OBS,
that's the
so
one I
hopefully.
probably expected.
But then you just play like this, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Like okay, like maybe he'll play like this. And he still has to like add a move here, right?
Yeah.
Then it's fine. Like you don't need to worry about anything, cause you already got so much benefit on the left side, the bottom left corner, and the whole
Oh
corner
yeah.
is yours.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But
I mean, like this isn't a bad move. It's just like,
yeah,
in my
I
opinion,
guess
this is
my
better.
logic is okay. I think either one is probably okay. I don't know.
It's like here, white has more choices. I think. Like for
Uh,
example, when you play like this, uh, if he attach like this and play like this, now maybe
yeah.
he can pinch it both stones.
Oh yeah, I see.
Possible.
Yeah, I think yours is better. The double approach is better.
Yeah, I mean, cause at least for my style, I like to take territory in the beginning, cause
Oh really?
when you take territory in the beginning, you can better judge like how you have to play in the middle game based on how it's
Yeah.
developing.
Mhm.
Whereas if you don't have points, then you kind of like you really have to rely on yourself getting points later. So you have to like it's kind of like a liability in my opinion. But
Yeah, I
it's
think a
really up
lot of
to like
players
style.
have that opinion. I think.
It's really up to style. Like everyone's
Yeah.
different. So
Mm.
alright, so here are you familiar with this variation?
Yeah, the one with the Lisa doll game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I play it a couple times before.
what about with this one?
Oh.
Do you know this one? I'm gonna raise the volume a little bit more.
No, you usually you see the Q4.
So
Mm,
you see the Q4 one,
yeah,
but
and then you jump with R6. Yeah, that
you
one.
like this.
Yeah.
But
You see this one.
this one's actually not as good for black
Oh, really?
because white has a he had a stone at D16 in the recent old game that you saw.
Hmm.
Um, white
Oh, the
it was
ladder,
like
ladder,
this
ladder. The
before it was like
ladder.
this, right?
Uh,
So black had a really good water breaker at D15, right?
oh, okay.
But here in this case, against the 4/4 stone by itself,
Yeah, there's no ladder.
there's not.
Or it's like not
It's not
serious.
that severe.
Yeah.
So that's why in this case, this variation is not as good for black.
Hmm.
So whenever you see this, you have to pay attention to what's in the
The corner.
diagonally opposite
The
corner.
diagonal opposite. Yeah. Hmm.
So that's why like in pro games now they play here when there's a 4/4 stone in the top left.
Okay. Oh, wait, but
And
you said it's this variation was better for white anyways, though, right? In this case,
in this case, it's even.
it's even. Okay.
If white plays here instead of Q4,
Okay.
I'll increase the volume on the mic a little bit more. Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean on the computer sounds. Um, Alright, so then it goes something like this.
Oh, so exchange.
Yeah, so white gets the corner,
Mm.
and white
And then,
like this. So of course like black can still take at S3, so the corner is not that big. But black is kind of like the outside.
mhm,
But this is just kind of like a modern variation.
mhm.
Um, I mean you don't have to worry like too much about it. Like I doubt people at your level know it.
Yeah, actually, that's part of the reason I play the two space high because people don't know that variation usually.
Yeah, I think a lot of people under Dawn level like they're not familiar with the two space hyperpensive variations at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a good move, I think.
That's
This move I kind of laughed. It was like this move is like really bad for white.
right. R3, right?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
perfectly fine. Like this exchange is really bad for white.
yeah. I think he might have misclicked. I think
I don't know, like
it's like maybe R3.
yeah,
R3.
if you R3 it's like normal.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But this move it's
It's
like
just like okay. Yeah, I kind of lol about that. That was good. Huh.
and Tanuki here is good too. Um this is good. Um, like no complaints.
Hmm.
This is still fine. Like, and this move is like not.
Early.
Why'd you play here?
I was testing to see if he would do P2, pull back with P2.
So first of all, if he just jumps out, like it's already kind of free
Then
for him.
I can connect under, right?
Yeah, but you don't need to connect under. Why? What? You don't need to connect under right now. Like it's so small. Like you compare like
Yeah, you're
if you
right.
connect under, he just like plays here or something. Like you gain what
Yeah,
maybe like 7 points here.
mm,
It's not that big. But basically, like if he blocks, then it's a lot easier for him to play at the bottom now because he had the stone on the third
yeah,
line.
yeah. I realized that right after I played it that he wouldn't play P2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even though you Tanuki here, but just making this exchange is better for White.
Yeah, I realized that. It's kind of oh well.
Yeah, maybe I should lower my mic volume a little bit. Make them a bit equal. Hold on.
Is it a Skype setting that we can adjust or?
It's an OBS setting.
Uh,
So I made them the same, so hopefully
okay.
it sounds better now.
All right. Yeah, okay. I think but R9 is correct, right?
R9 is
Did you higher?
mm, it's okay. Like
I
maybe
guess
you can play higher because
Yeah,
then you
I
can
was thinking about it.
better
I
attack
wasn't
White's
sure.
group. Cause like here, like I mean, it's okay. It's not a bad move. Like
Yeah.
it's
I
hard to
guess.
say directly which one's better, but I mean, especially like at your level right now, I'm not really concerned about this kind of mistake. Like
Yeah, I play. Yeah.
it's a fine move.
Mm.
So
This.
here, like, what were you
Yeah, I
think?
messed up.
What did you think when he played this move? What was going through your head?
Oh, I mean, I guess the only two moves were L4 and M3 that we're thinking about.
Hmm.
M3 I wasn't able to read out because I read like if I do M3, he attaches probably J3.
Okay. Then what?
Um, and then I Hane probably H3, and then he goes up K4. I probably block.
Hmm. And then he
It
would
wasn't clear. It wasn't
cut.
clear to me because there was the E2 stone that
I see.
were basically G2 bridges under. So I wasn't too sure if that was.
So, what do you think right now is the status of White's group on the right side? The 5 stones.
Well, it's weak right now.
Right. So when White plays here, your first instinct should be, first of
M
all, this
M3
stone is
probably.
not like it has no good relationship with White's weak stones on the right side, right?
Yeah.
So it's very easy you just split, right?
Yeah. Did you read? I wasn't sure. I thought.
So you were scared of this one, right? So
Yeah.
if White plays here, uh, it's very simple because first of all, if you look at this position, right? White has
Yeah.
this move anytime.
Mm.
Anytime he can play here. Like in the endgame.
Yeah. In the end game. Yeah.
So White plays here and plays here. You don't have to Hane here. There's no point Hane here. Because White can like you can't gain anything because White can break through at the bottom anyways, right?
Yeah.
So you can just play at the top. Just
Just.
cover.
Okay. He probably wedge. Hmm.
If he wedge, then you
I might
just
have to
Atari and
sacrifice the
Hane.
F3. Oh. Hmm.
I mean he can link up like this. But I mean like this is it's really painful, like you get
Yeah.
this, you get this,
Yeah, and then
and then you
probably
just come
another
back.
move. Yeah. Well then. Yeah.
And then you're like so much thicker in the center. Sure, okay, he broke all the territory there, but the center
Well.
thickness is really big.
Yeah. No. I definitely. I agree because the thing is, what the E2 stone. It's hard to imagine playing F2 and trying to make points there anyway.
Right, right. So at this point, like you shouldn't be concerned with like making points in this area after he played E2.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
after
That.
this point, you should just abandon like the territory here. Just make the center thickness, then you can attack the group on the right.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, that was lame.
It's kind of like, I mean, just in general, like when you play like other games, like you try not to get attached to certain territories, because then
No. No. Yeah. I wasn't
you know.
attached to the territory. I was just I wasn't sure with the J3 what would happen because
Mm.
I was more concerned about. I thought for some reason I had to sacrifice the F3 F4 stones for some reason.
So I mean, like you were scared of something, something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a little bit dangerous, I think. Cause then your groups are split, right?
Yeah, because okay, so I guess the H3 was not the best move.
Yeah. So if you
Right.
just cover connect the stone, it's fine.
Mm.
I mean, maybe like if Wei Han is here, or let's just say like
Well, it's
you,
sacrifice. It's a
yeah,
problem.
just like stack the stones. White connect. There's still a cut. You just like put here or something.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good.
Like white is in big trouble.
Yeah.
Even if white captures the two stones, it's still not that many points compared to like your center,
Yeah.
what you can
God
get in
damn.
center.
The actual game was pretty shitty.
Yeah. Here you still, I think you can still just play here, just cut it off. Cause like you want to keep white stones split so that they're
Yeah.
weak on the right.
Yeah. God damn it.
But here, even if you want to play here, just connect is better. Cause at least that way, like your shape in the center is better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
here, like white's gonna cut and link up anyways. So like now your center, you have two cuts.
Yeah. I
The shape
realized
is a
that.
lot weaker.
I realized that.
Uh, the cut here is it's kind of aggressive for white. But I think you played it pretty well. He played it pretty badly. Because at this point, like the game is all of a sudden good for black again. Like white just made a weak group for himself in the center, and like
Yeah.
he can't attack the left side. He can't
Mm.
attack the right side because like the tiger after you make the tiger's mouth, like your group is almost basically safe. Like
Yeah.
you just hane over and you're alive. Like
Mm.
this right now, the game is pretty good for black. This is good. This is pretty good. I mean, like you don't need to play R7, right? Because like it's not that big. You're
Yeah,
already
that's what I
alive
was
in the
thinking. I
corner.
was thinking like if he runs the stones out, I was thinking
Mm.
I wasn't too sure.
But I mean, like the point I'm saying, like the points on the right side are like not that big. Like
Yeah,
even if he
it's
comes
too space.
down, like
Uh-huh. Yeah,
compared
I think
to
he.
what you gain in the center, it's like really small.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because your corner is already alive. If your corner
Yeah.
is not alive, then you might have some other problems.
Right. Yeah, but the P2, it's easy life.
Yeah. So this is really good for you. I think you don't have to Hane here, but I mean, you got an Sente, so it's fine. This is a good move. It's probably, I think this is the biggest point on the board right now.
Yeah.
These moves are kind of useless for white because, like, sure he gets two stones on the outside, but like they're smack against your like thickness, so it's like white can't do anything with them anyways.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I was thought about making the D14 exchange first. That's all.
D14.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's not bad either. I mean, what you did in the game is okay. Like,
Yeah.
even if you just jump, it's okay. Okay. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, and I realized if I had made the something around D2, it would have been more severe because this links up and it's easy.
Well, this is okay because the thing is, after here, you can just play something like this,
Yeah.
and then white's wall has no effectiveness. Like
Yeah.
white gains absolutely nothing,
Hmm.
and you gain like potential in the center. This is kind of like a key point, kind of,
Oh, really?
because if you play here, first of all, white's not gonna make anything like in this area, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you increase your center potential.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and then probably he has M17 now, probably.
yeah,
That's
so
what I was thinking about, and then I probably
yeah.
do S17.
Uh, well, you can even just like uh, you can probably just invade right now.
Oh, really? Crap.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, like, or I mean, maybe you don't have to invade. You can just like, even just like play on top or something. It's probably fine. If he defends like this, you just like put like this. Just make the center.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, I didn't. Why did I?
This move is fine though. It's not bad. It's an okay move.
Yeah,
This
was
move, I think, yeah, you should probably. I mean, you can push once. You'll go like this, right?
Yeah, and then probably turn.
Yeah, you can turn once. You'll go like this. Then you just put here. Then
Yeah,
like,
yeah, this is better.
then if he wants to surround his few points, you just let him, and you just like surround more points in the center.
Yeah.
That's fine. So like, so when you see like, basically the lesson here is like when you see the wall on this side, you just have to think of the best way to nullify it.
Yeah.
So like, especially because you're so thick in the center and you have Sente, you should be able to just, just play something like this. It's very simple.
Yeah.
But this move is okay.
I didn't think about that one for some
reason. Like this move is not bad. I think the main mistakes came later. Like when you played like this one, I think you weren't too concerned with his like center, and you didn't really make an effort to reduce it effectively.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I helped him.
Yeah. I guess you can call this one is probably the losing move. Because this one, like, if you just play here, like, it's a lot better than playing J10. Like, J10, like, if you look at it from, like, you know those problems where they talk about, like, the key point for both frameworks or something? I don't know. So that's kind of like what this move is. Like, it increases your framework, decreases his framework.
Yeah, yeah.
But this move, it's like you're playing a 1-point jump from your thickness. Like,
yeah.
It's a little bit empty. Like,
is there when you do the G11 though? Is there a cut though? Can you cut it?
I mean, not really.
Not really.
You just like, even if you just put here.
Yeah.
God.
That was lame.
I guess it's just like
it's not as it's like when I'm looking at it in game, it's not obvious. Like that's weird.
I think everything is obvious when someone points it out.
Yeah, well, when you say like you have like two Shamaris, right, and then it's pretty obvious. Like, okay, the center is the big point to take if you're facing each other. But like a move like this, it's not obvious.
I don't know. At this point, like, what were you thinking in the game? Well, what were you considering?
Wasn't thinking much. Yeah, I was thinking like if I can run these two stones out and then run out with it. That's what I was
you
thinking.
mean like the trying to run out white's 2 stones?
Yeah, so once I did J10, I was expecting around like
this,
like a M, yeah, around there. Then I can jump in with him.
Okay, that makes sense.
That kind of thing.
The only problem is that white doesn't care about these 2 stones. Like he can just get them up, play like this or something.
Yeah.
And like even if you capture them, it's really small because they're not like, they're just like empty stones. Like they're not cutting anything. They're not like anything, yeah. I guess that was the main problem. Is just like judging the importance of the stones. Like you can't always expect your opponent to kind of follow through with what you want him to do. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get to that point, you just kind of you look for the key point, and in terms of making points, you always want to think about how can I make more points.
Yeah.
How can I reduce the other person's points? That should be, especially when you're going towards endgame, but throughout the entire game, even the opening, like that should be your main concern. If your opponent's not making points, then you're profiting. You know?
Yeah.
I think that was actually something that I didn't really learn until this summer. I think, like for a long time, when I play, I just like look for like weak groups or something. But now, like when I judge situations, if you think about it in terms of is how many points is my opponent making, how many points am I making, like it makes situations a lot clearer.
Yeah, but that's hard though, because you have to assign a value to thickness.
Yeah, I mean, no, of course it's not that easy to do like in practicality. Like, if you look at professionals, they do it so fast and so well.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
they can calculate values like split second. Like, it's like amazing. But from an amateur level, like especially because you still have 10 minutes on your clock, like spend some more time to think about it, and then
Yeah, I
you can
wasn't.
probably at least come to some sort of judgment.
Hmm.
Alright, let's see. See, this is okay. You should definitely Hane here.
Extended one more. Yeah.
This is kind of a key point. Otherwise, his center gets bigger. And
Yeah.
he's gonna respond here anyways. Like he's not gonna. I don't think he'll let you. Like, I mean, first of all, he has to cut here. Like he can't ignore this, right? So he has to respond. Then even if you come back and play like something like this,
Yeah. Okay. Then my area is bigger as well.
yeah, it's already like a profitable exchange for you.
Yeah.
Like usually, like if you let him like come out like this, it's like if you look at his shape,
Yeah. Okay. Now
his
that I think about it, O10
stones
is
like
pretty slow as well.
yeah, like it doesn't really do that much.
Yeah.
But the thing is also like when he plays here, you can also save his 2 stones all of a sudden. Whereas like
Yeah.
if you honey here, it's a pretty big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. Goddamn. There's also some Aji with the G9 and then J.
Hmm. J9.
Yeah, J9 then G9 cut for him.
Hmm. So when you play here, you play here, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say that you played here, for example.
Hmm.
What RG were you looking at? Like, what
Uh,
sequence were you thinking of that worked for him?
uh no, I was thinking about but it doesn't. Now that I look at it, it's kind of silly. But J9, I was thinking J9, and then
Hmm.
I do K9,
Uh-huh.
and then he does G9,
Uh-huh.
and then I probably extend, and then he
Uh-huh.
extends with me,
Right.
and then uh yeah, I guess there wasn't much
Well, what
more.
would you do now?
Probably block G7.
Okay. What if he went, let's say, what if he went here?
Uh, E8 probably.
E8?
Yeah, E8.
Mm-hmm. And then
And
you
then
disconnect. Let's go here or
uh,
something.
yeah, probably
Or
something
just
like that.
disconnect.
Oh,
So, here we can see there's no real cut here. Like, even when he plays here, you can I mean, this is fine. And then after this, you can just cut directly.
yeah,
So there's no real cut here. So then, like when you played this move, it's like, uh, it's like you basically even if he disconnects up, it's like free.
yeah.
But you don't gain any points with this move. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like if you think about all of your moves in terms of points, then it makes your moves a lot clearer. Like you say like, oh, this move is worth points. Oh, this move is worth points. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this move is worth points. If you compare it to like I mean, in this case, you thought you had a weakness, but I mean, that's just reading. Like, if you
yeah.
can
I need
read
to
better, then you can see
read
that.
it better.
Especially because you still had a lot of time on your clock.
God damn.
Um, I mean, I think for one thing, using your time on your clock is really important. Like, there's no reason to rush through your moves. You don't want to play too slow, but you don't want to play too fast either. So, take your time.
Hmm.
I
Up
was
to
in.
this point, I read that I was pretty good.
Mm. Did you count points at this point?
Yeah, White had around 60, and I had around no, I counted later. White had around 70, and then I had around 70 as well.
70. Uh huh.
But there
I
was
mean,
no Comey, so I thought it was
right.
close.
Well, it was a close game. Um, but I mean, basically, like, um, yeah, if you like, in my opinion, it's better to use a little bit more time, and then you can like play a slightly, or at least like think a little bit more. and then play too fast and regret it later.
Yeah.
So like if you were to watch a lot of my games, I go into Byoyomi like really fast, which is not it's not a good thing, but um, I mean like learning how to think faster correctly are two separate things, like
Yeah.
that people need to improve.
Mm.
For me, like I'm really bad at thinking fast, like. Although ironically, like my blitz is not horrible. I don't know why. Yeah, so you can see here, like he got both M15 and K12. It's kind of like they're both kind of like key points in both of in like the framework, so to speak.
Yeah.
This move is okay. This move he has some Aji if he plays here.
Yeah, I read that. I
It's a
wasn't
little
sure
bit
about
tricky. Like this position's kind of tricky. Um,
it. I don't know. One of the lecturers I talked to that said like white's shape gets really ruined when black gets J18, like at the Kema above below him.
what about it?
So
Oh, you mean
like
like
if you have a knight's move and they're above you, you should play like a knight's move below them, and they feel like really uncomfortable. Is what?
yeah, they do feel uncomfortable, but in this case, like uh, because white's so thick on the left side, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And it's something that like you have to look at the situation as a whole. Like in this case, the side doesn't really matter because white's so thick, and so then the center is more important. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, so I put here, but white didn't like he didn't try anything fancy here, so I think it was okay. Okay. Okay.
Too little, too late.
I mean, the game is still close. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think you've lost the game yet. Yeah, I think maybe like here.
Oh yeah. I thought about that one, but I didn't choose it for some reason.
Then if he hanes, there's some Aji like around here, like
Yeah.
Cascade or something. But I mean, just in terms of points, like this is really big, because like
Yeah. He needs to play.
he needs to play somewhere, and like if he plays here, he's link under, and it's like really big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Whereas if you jump and he fixes, then he can get all the points here. It's pretty big, and he's solid.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, that was huge.
Yosei is really hard. Like even my Yosei is really bad. But I think like at least for people who are around DDK, like they can if they just know the concept of Sente Gote, like they can improve their Yoseis by like 20 points. Like that's 2 stones
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
As you get
It's
higher
hard.
level, then people know more. Then you have to kind of learn some kind of little tricky techniques.
Hmm.
And then counting, of course, becomes a lot more important. This is fine.
This was weird. I'm not sure he gained much.
Yeah, you didn't really gain anything. I think you lost a point here. If you
Oh
play
really?
here,
Oh shit.
then like, cause if you play here, like he can still play at E. Like after he attires and connects and stuff, like he can still play E5.
That was the difference.
That is the difference. That is definitely 2
Winning
points
and
right there.
losing. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's huge.
Also, if you had E5, you could play like D5 after that. It's another point. And then after that, if you hone at A6, then it's Sente because there's a peep at B4. So
Oh
there's
shit.
all these
Yeah.
little things like they add up really quickly.
Yeah.
Even if the game's not as close as this game was. Yeah, so you see here like he surrounded the area before you got a chance to S9.
Yeah.
This is really big. I think here when you connect it here, this is actually no, this one's okay because you have the wedge, or you have this too, yeah. Okay, it's fine. But I think here, like, For example, you can like play this first, right? Sente.
Yeah.
He'll probably
Well, I was
just
thinking
here.
because there you could reduce on both sides. So I thought it wasn't that. Did you
Yeah,
play
it's not that big.
small knight or large knight usually?
You
I would
put
end with
it
large knight.
depends. So if this is Sente, in this case it is, then you can play here. But then again, he can play. Uh, when he defends, so like he can defend. Well, not really. Like he probably play like this, and you play here. If it's like this, you can just Tanuki after this. You already got a benefit. Then you come back and play
Mm,
here.
yeah.
That's also the difference right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't cut?
Oh shit. Ah! God damn. Yes, there's a cut.
Yeah, this is a pretty common shape. You can just cut, and then like if he connects, then you take.
Yeah. God damn it.
If he plays
I think
like
it ends in Gote though,
here,
right?
huh? Like this,
Yeah. I think it's. Oh no, it's still center. Never mind.
then it's like this, blah blah blah. And he still Sente.
Yeah. Let's see. God, missed opportunities like everywhere.
It's okay. Yeah, so he has to play like this. Even this one, if you play a move here, like if he
Yeah.
responds wrong, then it could be very dangerous for him. Uh, he probably has to like go like this, and then you Tanuki.
Mm, yeah. God damn. Oh, sucks.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. And then,
This is okay. Although, like, I think this move is not that big right now. If you have like this Sente first,
yeah, I managed to get it later.
this
Yeah.
Hane is really big. Because
Mm.
after this Hane, let's say he fixes, you have, I think there's some moves here. If he tries to block, this. Oh, maybe not. Hold on.
Almost.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Almost.
Maybe I am just dreaming. I think you have. Oh, you have this cut. Yeah, you have this cut. You can link the stone back.
Yeah. That would have
Or
been
like
it
you
too.
can play here, and then you can
Mm.
take that, link the stone back. It's really big. So because of that, he probably will defend. And here, uh, yeah. Then you just Hane and whatever. But this is already a benefit for you. You get the Hane
Yeah.
in terms of points. You can even, I feel like maybe you can even play here.
Why?
Because this cut has a lot of Aji, so like if he has to almost like defend here for sure. And then like he play like this, poke.
Or that's getting.
There's a, I wish he can play like this, Sente.
Yeah. Because he needs to. Or if he cuts, he needs to protect with like Q9 or something. Right.
Yeah, if you play here,
Something like that.
there's also, wait, hold on. Let's say you get this move. Well, okay, like there's some Aji here too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God damn.
Well, it's not that clear. Anyways, you can get these benefits for free anyways. This and then Hane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is already a pretty big difference. Oh no, you're Hane first. Yeah. I don't know, endgame's really tricky. You have to do a lot of calculations. And you have to, the thing with endgame is like it's not only about calculations either, because you have to you can find like there's Tesujis where it affects the life of groups, and if you can calculate that, then you can like find a lot of cheeky ways to make a point here, point there.
Yeah.
If you look at the Aji of positions.
This was
Yeah, so
big.
like, this
That
move
was
is really
actually
big. Because if you have this, so like you can threaten to link up, right?
Yeah, that was big.
It's really big.
I think I had to. Plus, I defended early for some reason.
I think defending it, like I think you almost have to play here. I mean, like you can play your Sentes first, but like eventually you have to come back here like after that.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing with this is like after this you have to play like if White Hane is at A12, you have to play it like another move inside.
Yeah.
Which is really big.
This thing is. That's why I said it's like probably 4 points.
Yeah.
4 point difference. Yeah, that's big as well.
Yeah. But what I mean, it's White's Gote, so. Here you might have lost a point when you played this because White's if White plays C7, it's Sente for you, right? Sente for him.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
like
us.
if
Yeah,
you
so basically it was the difference between Gote and Sente.
well the thing is like because if you don't play here, you play here, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, you
Oh,
play
there's no
here.
difference.
No, but the thing is like later if you don't connect here, because if you connect here, it's Gote, right? But then later if White
No,
plays here,
yeah, okay. Yeah,
so
right.
later if White plays here, then you lose the stone for nothing.
Yeah.
Like you lose an extra point.
Hmm. Yeah.
That exchange is a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, I went back and fixed.
So then here you ended up ending Gote.
Yeah.
Hane at H19 is pretty big. So you can see here like White ended in Gote too for no reason. Like he has a lot better moves like here. Even if he just played here. This is Sente for him, like this is actually Sente for both sides.
Yeah.
So then he spends it, he plays a 1 point Gote. But this move's actually 2 points. It's reverse Sente for you, so you could have
Well, I
gotten
think
that.
I managed to get F10 at the end. But
Mm.
yeah, either way.
I'm saying like even if you just play here. Well, yeah. And then like or you can play here first.
Well, there's. Oh yeah.
White connect and you
There
play
was
here.
I didn't
Capture.
notice the Aji back there.
Oh.
Yeah, he fixed.
But you got F10 that was worth 2 points. Or 1 point.
F10.
1 point. You got some benefit there too.
Yeah. That was big.
Yeah, that's big, but this is also I think Honey here is also really big.
Yeah.
Sente. He has to play here, right?
Yeah.
And you can even play you can like even play something like this.
Oh shit.
Oh, like this. There's like then you can play here. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got that. I think that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's much else.
Yeah, there was. I missed H3.
H3.
Yeah.
Oh, you can also play here. I think that's bigger than it's bigger
I
than the
missed that
other
one
move.
too.
Cause then this move, after you link back up, then N5 becomes a point. Because if you play N5, he has to play another move inside.
Yeah.
So it's 3.5 points.
Mm.
Maybe 2.5 because him taking the kill is kind of Sente.
So he fixed this. See, the connection there was too early.
No, you have to do it.
Right, because if I don't do it, there's still the extra Liberty A11.
No. But the thing is, if you play here now,
Huh.
he can cut.
Okay. B.
Shiotari, he cuts. Then you
Oh
play
yeah,
here.
it's still.
Then it's a ko.
Oh yeah.
Then yeah, then you're screwed. So you connecting, you had to do that. No choice.
Yeah. See that's big. The
Yeah, so I mean that all goes back to B11. Like
yeah.
if you had B10, then that wouldn't have happened. So I think here, so the main thing the main lesson here was not getting the move like when you played this move like instead of playing here. This is kind of like finding the key point between the two frameworks.
Yeah.
That and then I mean all the Yosei things like sure they're mistakes, but like they're not that important in the large scheme of things right now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
if you
This is
can
like a
fix them,
direction
like
of
that's
play
great.
issue.
But like this is these these issues are a lot like more important. The endgame will kind of fix itself as you get better at like Tetsuji and Life and Death and all that. Like you'll be able to see the endgame things more easily.
I see.
Hmm.
Dang.
But okay, like this guy's 1K, and you can see hey, like he made a lot of mistakes too. Like in the
Yeah.
center, in the bottom right, bottom left. Like he made a lot of mistakes, and he's 1K. Like we look at his event graph. Like
Yeah. Well, I think KGS Qs are strong.
I don't know.
I'm one down on Tygem.
Well, Tygem is like Tygem is usually KGS plus 2.
Oh really?
Yeah, until
Oh
you get
shit.
to like 9 done, then it's like KGS. Well, it's still like KGS 7 done could probably hit KGS 9. Tygem 9 done. Like
Oh wow.
I don't. Well, maybe not stay at 9 done, but you could hit it. Like
Yeah.
it at the Dawn ranks, it's usually Tygem is usually KGS plus 2.
But this
So
like there's more overplaying and more fighting.
yeah,
Which is
Tygem's definitely a lot more fighting. KGS is definitely a lot more civilized.
yeah. This is a. Oh well. Thanks for the game and the review.
Hmm.
And
So I mean, I think other than the game issues, like the most important thing for you is probably just to think more, like use your time more, and I
mm,
think you'll be able to spot. Cause like, you know, like, a lot of these mistakes, you're like, oh, I saw it right after I played it, right? Like
yeah.
if you just take a little bit more time to think, then that will happen.
Yeah,
And
like
then
the Q3 move right away. Right the moment I played it, I realized shit, he's not gonna
yeah.
play P2.
So if you just like, if you just like, you know, hold your mouse for like a few more seconds, and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe he won't do that, and then you think about it a little bit more, and you don't make that
Yeah.
move. That can make a lot of differences. That's a good lesson for like a lot of people. Like I think a lot of people play too fast. Even I play too fast sometimes. Like I was playing a game earlier in Taigen today, and I was like, I played this like this connection instead of like an attachment that like lost me some like 5 points right away. I was like, oh. But I mean, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh
Do
man.
you have any other questions?
Uh, no, I think you hit them all. It was pretty. That was a disappointing game. So
I mean, it's
I
disappointing,
thought it
but
was
like,
go. I counted. I counted, and I was like, I think it's. I knew it was really close, but I thought I had it.
mm. I
But
mean, like, as long as you learn something from every game, that's all that matters. Like, if you progressively get better,